Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Stark County Sheriff George Meyer, and I'd like to welcome you to Operation Bridge. This is the second day of our two-day event, and the second operation for Operation Bridge for us here in Stark County. A little bit about Operation Bridge. It's designed to address the challenges of individuals facing drug-related charges or encounters with law enforcement. Instead of cycling them through the criminal justice system, this program is meant to offer them a path towards rehabilitation and recovery, which is beneficial not only to them, but to our entire community. While we have a number of speakers behind us that's going to speak this afternoon, I want to mention a couple things and list a little bit about our statistics of our two-day event, at least from yesterday. We had over 55 traffic stops yesterday trying to address our Operation Bridge and interdict drug trafficking and drug use in our community. Total number of contacts yesterday were nearly 200. We were able to distribute 97 naloxone kits to folks in our community that need those. We were also able to distribute 66 test strips distributed of fentanyl and naloxone in our community as well. We were able to connect 38 individuals to community resources, and referrals to community resources was about 30. We had hygiene kits that were distributed as part of this program, and we had 96 of those kits that were distributed. I think it's important to highlight and outline the goals and the objectives of this program. The primary goal of the Operation Bridge is to enhance public safety by reducing drug-related crimes and offenses in our community. By providing treatment rather than incarceration, we aim to tackle the root cause of drug offenses, promoting long-term recovery and reducing recidivism. Our community impact will be successful treatment of drug independence and drug independence from dependency of drugs, which leads to lower crime rate in our community and fewer drug-related emergencies, and overall a healthier community. I would tell you that part of our goal is a call to action in our community. If you are someone or you know someone that is struggling with drug-related issues or facing legal challenges as a result of drug-related issues, please reach out to us today. We're here to point you in the right direction and to give you assistance. There are many resources here from Stark County that can be offered as a first step towards a new beginning for you. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. My name is John Gabbard. I'm the Chief of the Canton Police Department. Welcome to Canton. I'm very proud to be part of this initiative, and from a law enforcement standpoint, what I would like to say is this, not just for the individuals over the next couple days or for the last yesterday and today that are going to have a positive impact because of the resources they're connecting. More than that, this is a little bit of insight from the law enforcement side of things of what we are challenged with. So many of the things that we deal with involve mental health, involve drugs, and in my career, some of the most challenging but also still most rewarding aspects have been my work in the realm of narcotics enforcement and with recovery, and the connections I've made in our community. Canton is so rich in resources when it comes to recovery, when it comes to addiction, recovery services, housing, low-income housing, and with mental health. And the partners that I have formed throughout my career, many of them stand behind me, and many of them are represented in the tents behind me. They've been invaluable to our success. I'm proud to say that Canton is trending lower in overdoses, and I was working as a commander in the narcotics unit at the time that we really had our big fentanyl crisis and pandemic throughout this community. And so to see that we have gained ground is incredibly satisfactory. The other thing that I'd like to say is what we're doing more than participating through enforcement and through traffic stops and so forth is that we're standing as an example to the community that the enforcement, arrests, the correction system alone cannot solve this issue. Is that we are here as law enforcement officers partnering with our community partners, because that is where the difference is going to be made. And speaking of our partners, I'd like to introduce Lieutenant Kowicki from the Ohio State Highway Patrol.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you for joining us today as we highlight a critical initiative aimed at keeping our communities safe, Operation Bridge. We all know that criminals use our roadways to engage in their activities, whether if it's transporting illegal drugs, stolen goods, or contraband. Initiatives like Operation Bridge are designed to prevent these crimes before they even have the chance to occur. Throughout this detail, the Ohio State Highway Patrol, in partnership with our local and state law enforcement agencies, is focused on removing the criminal element from our roadways right here in our community. What you are seeing here is part of a broader strategy to protect Ohioans from criminal threats so we can have safer communities. Troopers, officers, and deputies across the state are dedicated every single day to combating drug trafficking and other forms of criminal activity on Ohio's roads. The patrol understands the profound importance of removing drugs from our roadways, not just to make our highways safer, but to protect our communities, our children, and our loved ones from dangerous substances. I want to encourage the motoring public that if you observe drug activity as well as reckless or impaired driving, you can dial pound 677 from your mobile device when it is safe to do so, and you will be connected to the nearest patrol post where you can report your observations. Remember, we are all stakeholders in the same mission, ensuring the safety of Ohio's roadways by combating criminal activity and disrupting the supply chain of drug traffickers before they reach our local communities. Operation Bridge is also about offering assistance to those who are struggling with addiction. The Ohio State Highway Patrol started a pilot outreach program in 2023 where people arrested for impaired driving were connected with mental health, substance abuse, and behavioral health services. In the year and a half since the project has been in existence, it has directly led to numerous instances of people in crisis receiving the assistance they need to change their lives for the better. For individuals arrested for impaired driving during this Operation Bridge event, it means an opportunity to turn their lives around, make positive changes, and move forward past their mistakes. The connection with mental health services underscores the importance of addressing underlying issues that may contribute to impaired driving, such as substance abuse or mental health conditions, providing comprehensive support for a true new beginning. It is currently operating in 38 counties throughout the state. In participating counties, patrol posts send a list of everyone arrested for impaired driving in the previous week to the local alcohol, drug, and mental health boards. These boards then make an effort to reach out to those arrested, offering a range of behavioral health services through various methods, including face-to-face contact, phone calls, text messages, and mailed information. By connecting individuals to the support they need, we're not just enforcing the law, we're offering a lifeline or a bridge to those struggling with addiction, helping them to find the path to recovery. Operation Bridge is about community, prevention, and support. Together with our partners and the public, the patrol is committed to making a difference in ensuring that Ohio's roadways are safe for everyone. With all this said, I would like to extend my thanks to Sheriff Meyer and the Stark County Sheriff's Office for their role in bringing this detail together and allowing us to utilize your resources. And thank you to Chief Gabbard with Canton Police Department for hosting this detail and again allowing us to utilize your resources. Also, thank you to the providers who joined us here today to get the help for the others that they need. And next, I will turn this over to John Aller with Stark Mar.
Good afternoon. My name is John Aller, and I'm the Executive Director of Stark County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery. which is the Stark County's local Board of Mental Health and Addiction Services. We provide funding to ensure that Stark Countyans can access behavioral health services regardless of their ability to pay. In Stark County, we have a reputation for a high level of collaboration and cooperation between the various people serving systems. This event is no exception, as you can see, and we're pleased to be here to meet the needs of anyone here yesterday or today, no matter how or why they may be with us. Having the privilege to have seen people's journey through addiction, we're here today to offer that connection that could be the beginning of a new life. As we often say, treatment works and people recover. We think as we reduce the supply and demand of illegal substances, it's also important to offer overdose prevention as well as harm reduction strategies such as fentanyl test strips, naloxone, as well as immediate access to treatment services. As the county board, we're in the business of offering hope. We do that by supporting a network of providers that we ensure are capable of meeting just about any need that a person with behavioral health needs has in the community. Several of them are here today, and I want to thank the alcohol and drug treatment agencies, including ComQuest, TASC, Coleman, Avio, and Silver Maple, who have taken time out of their schedules to be here to offer immediate access and services for anyone seeking treatment. For anyone listening, anyone is a good day to connect to help available if you need a little support. We work from hope, wellness, and recovery for all. Please reach out anytime. It's what we're here for. Also, our contact information is starkmar.org. And again, it's also my pleasure to introduce the last speaker today, who is Amy Shadwick. She is the Director of Recovery Ohio, which is an initiative out of Governor DeWine's office.
Good afternoon. As John said, I'm Amy Shadwick, and I am the Director of Recovery Ohio in Governor DeWine's office. Just by way of context, we're really proud that Governor DeWine actually created the Recovery Ohio initiative as his very first executive order when he took office in 2019. And really the goal, and at the most aspirational level of Recovery Ohio, is to make Ohio the most recovery-friendly state to live. So if you're ever in need of recovery, or you have a family member on the recovery journey, or down the road your neighbor is in need of recovery, that Ohio's the place that you want to be on that journey, and Ohio's that place that you find that productive recovery journey. So the way that we achieve that big aspirational vision at Recovery Ohio is through collaboration, which is really perfectly on display today at today's event. You see a great collaboration between our law enforcement partners focused on the interdiction side, and then we see a great display of all of the services across that entire continuum that are so important to people finding recovery. Everything from prevention and education to treatment and to harm reduction. So let me be clear, as you've heard from the other speakers, the goal of Operation Bridge is about helping people who are caught up in the disease of addiction find treatment. We know that low-level offenders who unfortunately have been prey to the drug traffickers in our community all too often find themselves caught up with our law enforcement partners. We know for a person to be most successful, it's to help them find treatment. It's to help them find the support of the community. People will be much more successful in their treatment journey if they're able to find that outside of jail. The other piece I want to emphasize and be clear about, though, is Operation Bridge is also about arresting those drug dealers who are bringing those deadly substances into our communities. The governor, all of our state partners, that is also the goal, is to take those traffickers off of the streets and put them in jail, so that less and less of these deadly substances are coming into our communities. So as I mentioned, really, people suffering from addiction do their best with treatment and not with jail. And I want to take a minute to look around everyone that's here and thank each and every one of you for the work that you're doing. As someone who also has a family member who is on his long-term recovery journey, I can tell you from experience that many of his interactions with community partners and also with law enforcement were the things that helped him start his path to recovery. And he just celebrated his 6-year recovery journey. So not only do I wholeheartedly appreciate what each and every one of you are doing from a professional level, but I've also experienced it from a family member perspective. So I want to encourage each and every one of you to take a moment and appreciate what you're doing here today. You're changing lives, you're saving lives, and you're giving someone like me the opportunity to have my brother in my life that may not have happened without all of your support. So again, thank you to each and every one of you here today. And I know the governor sends his appreciation for all of the partnership that is happening here today.